Hi, I'm Michael Sauri with TriVista USA, a design build firm here in Washington, D.C. for Remodeling TV. We're doing some blended insulation strategies that seem to be working for our clients, where we take batt insulation and spray foam insulation and combine them, hopefully trying to get the best value from the batt insulation and the best U value from the spray foam insulation, having them work well for our clients. Come in and take a look. Okay, so here we are inside of our art studio project, talking about blended insulation. What we have here is regular batt insulation. We're doing something a little bit different, where we're actually asking for face stapled batt insulation, because what we want to do is try to get the vapor barrier as we wrap one layer and another layer on top of it. We want as much of that vapor barrier to work for us and stay away from the drywall. Down here you'll notice that we have it taped. And the reason we have it taped, of course, is that when you cut batt insulation, there's no tab. So we have a nailer here, and we have all of the batt insulation taped at the bottom, and that tape goes around the whole perimeter of the room. Because we have a good vapor barrier, we feel like we're getting a really great value out of the batt insulation in the walls, but batt insulation is a lot less expensive to install. So now that we're finished with all the batt insulation, let's talk about what we're doing with spray foam. You can see that our stick frame roof here, we've got an LVL beam, we've got all the dimensional lumber that attaches to it to our wall. You can see that the bays all have spray foam insulation in them. It makes for a really nice, tight, virtually air-sealed insulation, which is just a great way to insulate the ceiling, especially with a vaulted ceiling like this. One of the things that's important to notice is that you'll see that these bays are mostly filled with spray foam insulation, but they're not completely flush. That's okay. We need to get a nominal depth for this spray foam insulation so that we get both the 38R value that we need for code compliance, but also we want a really high U value. We want no air to move between the conditioned space and the outside. This is an unvented roof. For a long time we thought that venting the roof was the way to go, and we're finding, certainly in our climate here in Washington, D.C., that an unvented roof seems to be performing better. Make sure you check with whoever's installing your roofing material, particularly a shingle manufacturer, and make sure that they support that. There are companies that do not support that. They're not on board with this technology or this approach, so make sure you're checking that out. So here we are where the insulation meets the existing old house. How do you blend those two so that they meet the existing structure very well? What we have is we have all the batt coming up to where our framing is. We've got spray foam up against the house itself. This is just our HVAC lines running through. And you can see there's orange insulation up there. That, in addition to where the orange insulation is here, that's all of our fire stopping. Code requires that we try to keep no air moving between floors. So we're really careful with making sure that we have all the fire stopping done. So people aren't asking for this, but just because they're not asking for it doesn't mean that we shouldn't offer it to them. People are going to be looking at our work 75, 100 years from now, long after we're gone. I know that I want people saying about my company that we did great work, the best that we knew how at the time, that we took care of our clients. For me, taking care of our clients means giving them things that they don't know they need. That includes insulation. That means that their energy bills are going to be less. They're going to be a lot more comfortable. They're going to be a lot happier. And they're going to be a lot happier talking about what a great builder they had. And why wouldn't they want to recommend you if you're going to take care of them in ways that they don't even know that you're taking care of them? It seems to me that that's a pretty strong reason to look out for your client's best interest.